giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II, the Mr. Fantastic. A podcast is fantastic for first, comedian, professional joke slinger Tico the Gallo. What's good, Tico?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. All the days go by. Yeah. Merry Christmas to all. And to all, Merry Christmases.
This
How you doing?
is Christmas is.
Yes.
This is.
And the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Key?
What's up, y'all? It's Keisha with the Y, aka Hip Hop Mom, aka Still Didn't Wake Up This Morning as a Princess Mom, and your mom's favorite mom.
Word.
Princess
And
to me.
oh, and our social media assassin, of course, for the 2-1 for the next month. It's your man, Rob the Actual. What's good, Rob?
You started that talking about X, bro. You don't put the time constraints on it. You feel me? So now I got to come up with another name. You know what I mean? It's all your fault.
Oh, you just blaming this on me? Okay.
You started it. Anyway. Nah, you know how it is. It's your boy, you know what I'm saying, in the building, ruggedly handsome, geekishly intelligent, always here to bring balance to the force. Thank you for joining Straight to Tape. We appreciate you, man. Ding.
Drop them hearts, yo. Drop them hearts.
Yo, 6 people in here already, man. Drop them hearts on the broadcast, fam. What's up?
Yeah. And look, we would really appreciate it. If you want to share, definitely go ahead and share. Look, we definitely appreciate it. Okay. Um, as always, Straight to Tape is always live on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Audio version of Straight to Tape is available on your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you go to our social media platforms: IG, Twitter, Facebook, Straight to Tape, and also make sure you're make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, S2T Media. Folks, we got an excellent show today. We have guest Jevon Wooden in the house with us. He's an author, he's a motivational speaker, let me rephrase that. He's a transformational coach. So he's going to be joining us. Yes, he is going to be joining us today. But before
Hold on.
what?
Tico,
Yes.
are you going to be able to behave yourself with another life coach in the building?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask. That's a good question to ask.
Nah, this is my life coach right. Where you at? Right. Yeah, that's my life coach right there. Right there. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what
I'm
I'm
sure a transformational coach would not sign off on that
No,
shirt you have on there.
No.
I'm sure.
No. Like the colors, but no.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Exactly. Why wouldn't I?
There you go. There you go with the cosign, okay? But look, guys, let's get things started by taking a look at some of the biggest news storylines of the week in a portion of the show that we like to call the headline grab.
Grab it.
So let's see, what headline are we going to grab first? Oh yeah, check this out. Parents.
Lord, look at these folks. Look at these folks.
Ain't that an interesting family portrait?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the parents of Oxford school shooter charged with manslaughter. So last week we had
this has happened.
last week we had yet another school shooting. Okay, this time in Oxford, Michigan, and 15-year-old Ethan Crumley, um, well, he shot up the school. Okay, how many? It was like what, seven or
4.
eight?
He
Yeah,
shot 8, 7 total. 4 died.
Yeah, yeah, and the rest
yeah.
are like injured. Yeah.
One was just recently released with the hospital. The other one is in stable condition. I have heard about the last one. Wait, 4, 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, Ethan Crumley is facing murder and terrorism charges. But the biggest difference this time around is that the DA decided to charge his parents, James and Jennifer Crumley, with manslaughter.
So before we get into this conversation, I want to stress how important that voting locally is, because having district attorneys and judges in these seats to make these decisions is
Crucial.
really why you should be voting. It wouldn't have happened if this particular DA was not not there. I don't think.
So you mean as
She
far as
seems
them
like
being charged?
yeah,
Yeah.
she seems like she has some sense.
Well, and in her case, it was after, it was after reviewing, uh, it was after reviewing the parents' involvement. Okay,
Mhm.
uh, you know, purchasing the gun, a Sig 9 millimeter, for their child, who used that exact same gun, 15-year-old, used that exact same gun to commit the murders, to commit the shooting, taking that to school. Okay,
Mhm.
uh, being called by the school, prior to this,
Mhm. Was it the same
about
day?
it. I thought it was the day before.
The day before. So the day
Yeah.
before, he
Yeah.
had gotten caught. There was two
Uh-huh.
incidents. So he had been caught searching for ammo in class
Uh-huh.
while in class. Parents get called. Nothing happens. They didn't even allude to the fact that he had access to a gun, but he's sitting in class searching for ammunition. Second instance is he had drawn a bloody picture, a picture of someone getting shot and they're bloody, and it said something cryptic on it like "My thoughts won't stop, help me" or something like that. The Not funny at all, but crazy.
Uh-huh.
Um, School calls the parents and has a discussion with the parents, and they didn't take him home,
Yeah.
and the
And
school
and
didn't
actually,
send him home.
thank you. That was my thing. Okay. So and John Champ in the comment section. Thank you. Yeah. The searching for the ammo was the day before. Okay.
Uh,
The drawing, the drawing was the day of.
and that was the day they refused to take him home.
Exactly. After meeting with school officials, they decided not to take him home. Okay. Yeah, my issue
I
is,
wonder what that conversation was like.
yeah, they had to decide that, they decided not to take him, not to take him home, and the school officials were okay with that. That's one of my bigger problems right there.
Hmm.
That they were okay
Well,
they were okay with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
you
the
said that
mom
was the
showed that
day
she was
of.
okay with it too.
You said that was
Absolutely.
I'm
the
sorry.
day of the shooting. They did that.
That he drew the
That was the
picture
day of. Yeah,
that
that was
said
the day
"help
of.
me."
Okay, so nobody decided to go ahead and like um, check this dude. You know what I'm saying? Locker before allowing him to continue to be in the school setting.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I think there's some, maybe not additional charges coming, but there's some additional fallout
Yeah.
from the school officials coming as a part of this.
Right.
Which I'll say this, which it should be, which it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just negligence, yo.
yeah. Oh, I mean, on top of the fact,
Not my
on top of the
baby.
fact, yeah, on top of the fact that the father just, discovered that the gun was missing, and he called the cops. On top of the fact that the mother was, was texting with Ethan. Okay,
Hmm.
and in a text, LOL, I'm not mad at you. You have to learn not to get caught.
That was for the ammunition. But the day of, she texted him, "Don't do it."
Don't do, yeah.
Like
So
who the fuck are these people? Like who are they? Like okay, so one thing that my ex husband used to be a teacher, and one thing he taught me was that your kids act at school just like they act at home. So if you think otherwise, you're crazy. Like they act
yeah,
the
Yep.
exact same. Kids don't, they ain't got that switchy in them yet, right? So that in and of itself says this is how they manage him at home. Like
exactly.
I don't, and then you buy him a gun for him
I'm
and tell him it's okay that he's looking for ammunition for this gun while he's supposed to be in school. Like Rob, I know that you're teaching your son how to shoot. I know that you're a responsible parent. Like the gun is locked up, you don't know where the key is, or I have the key. I have to manage that access. But was it another case? And all of these are just it's horrible because they're all the details of all these shootings are running together. But did I hear? Am I remembering correctly when they said this gun was just in an unlocked drawer, the one they
And
bought for him for on Black
that's
Friday?
correct. That's correct.
Yep.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to go.
So
They need to go.
And but and I know that a lot of people disagree with the parents being charged, but it's one of those things where when you buy firearms, you're strongly encouraged. You know what I mean? Very strongly encouraged to keep this out of the hands of minors. You understand what I'm saying? This kid is 15 years old. So technically, what he did with that gun, I mean, the blowback does come back on the parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
Especially
responsible.
the father.
Right.
So a lot of people, disagree with it, but nah, when like I said, you're a responsible gun owner, man. Stuff happens and
Right.
it's going to blow back on you.
Unless we're going to practice, unless we're going to the range, unless we're in our
Right.
backyard and practicing, then I take it and I lock it up. Like I mean, anybody, whether you have children or not, should have your guns in a locked capacity.
exactly.
That's just how things should be, but definitely not with um, mentally unstable 15-year-old just to have access and just reach in a drawer and grab it.
Well,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
he was. I think it was somewhere on social media, Instagram. He was stunting. You know what I mean? Taking pictures of it, talking about my new baby. You know what I mean? They
Right.
they bought it for him. I'm not excusing them, but what I'm saying is they bought it for a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
This kid ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? He's not ready.
same
And he's
scenario with
proven
the
that.
with the zebra cobra, right?
With what?
The cobra. Remember we had the cobra that was loose.
Oh yeah,
The parents bought them. Was buying them all the
Yeah.
exotic snakes. Cause
I didn't know that.
Because he kept
Oh,
them
I didn't know
all.
that.
Kept 'em- yeah, his
No.
parents did. Yeah, his parents bought them though.
Oh, and he just wasn't ready to take care of them.
Well,
And his zebra cobra was on the loose. Luckily, he didn't kill
Yeah,
anyone.
but look, what about the part of the story where the charges came down? According to the parents' lawyer, they were supposed to, they were, going to turn themselves in at 5 o'clock on Friday, and they didn't. And then they were found hiding in a art, in the basement of an art studio in Detroit.
Um, it's okay. So I need to understand. I meant to look this up before. They were found. Like they were definitely on the run. I think what I'm thinking about is the guy that owned the warehouse art studio or whatever. He didn't know they were on the run. Like, but they ran 45, it was like 48 miles
Yeah, yeah,
to Detroit. Like, it's 48
yeah.
miles.
Ain't
They
nobody
just
faster than a radio.
they just stupid. They're just dumb people in general.
Trying to tell cats that all the time, yo, in the streets. Yo.
Right.
You're never faster than a radio.
The
Never.
internet is. The internet.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. And even with the guy that hid them out in the studio, the a former coworker of Mrs. Crumley,
Mhm.
um, you know, maybe he was unaware of what was going on. He could be one of those types that just don't pay attention to the news, current events, and
Could
things
be.
that are going on around
But
you.
he also
Okay.
said he told them they were supposed to leave in the morning. They were supposed to, like, because they said they were getting death threats. So figure it out and found somewhere to go. And he said, lock up and go. But they didn't go. They stayed. They basically squatted. Looks
Yeah.
like they're squatters. But they never left until they got nabbed. But he said he had no idea, which is plausible. I mean,
Yeah, which it
it's
is.
I
plausible.
get
It's
that.
a
I
plausible
understand
story.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
But y'all
lock
y'all
up when
run
you leave.
y'all run 48 minutes away
Yeah, that's all.
to the D, Motown City.
Of all places. But yeah. Um.
Especially
Well,
if you only
look.
get like a quarter tank of gas. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Well, they had the
true,
money to
true.
buy the gun. They got money. They got gas money.
True.
There it is.
Look. Yep, there it is. One thing we'll be keeping up with, because of course this is one of those headlines and storylines that's not going away. Going away. Just like this headline and storyline.
Damn.
CNN fires Chris Cuomo over involvement in brothers' misconduct allegations. So,
Oh, but there's more.
Got your
yes,
ass.
there is.
There's more.
So after an investigation internal investigation at CNN, CNN decided to fire primetime news anchor Chris Cuomo. As details were coming to light about his involvement and how he was involved in, the misconduct allegations against his brother, former New York Governor Mario Cuomo.
P your mic. But
Yeah.
so here's the thing. I'm super close with my sister, and if
You just send your
I
mic with Chris Cuomo ass.
if I'm kind of still on the fence about this him helping his brother. Like, I don't think he revealed anything that wasn't already known to the police. I just think it's a slight conflict of interest. But if I had access
Go ahead, Keith.
if I had access to details that would help me to help my sister who did something wrong. We know she was wrong, but to help her prepare for what's to come, I probably would. I just think he went about it the wrong way. I think he went about it the wrong way.
I think
But
so too. I mean,
now that this latest piece has come out that there are sexual misconduct allegations against him, because a lot of stuff that I was reading and my comment on them was what he did to help his brother was the same skills that make him a good ass reporter, which is why you employ him. Basically, grabbing his information from his sources, verifying, tallying shit up. That's what makes him a good reporter. That's why he's employed by CNN, right? So his whole firing thing really maybe some kind of fine or some time off or whatever. But now we know that there are sexual misconduct allegations against him that came out the day before yesterday. So now his firing makes sense to me. Even though CNN says that's not why they fired him. Bullshit.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that I don't buy that for a second. I think they, like you said, they knew that those allegations were coming in, and apparently there must be some, teeth to
Smoke.
them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? There's a lot of smoke there. So it's almost like they had no choice. Like you had this
Right.
thing with your brother, and now this is popping up.
Mm.
Yeah, bro, you got to be out. You got to go at
Yeah.
this point.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
sad. It's sad. I gotta admit this is sad. Reason being is because and this is just from the network point of view. That's leaving a big hole in your prime time lineup now. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people was like, his show is the only show on CNN I actually watch. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just can't picture them moving. I can't picture them moving Anderson Cooper up an hour,
hmm
or moving Don Lemon back an hour.
well,
Mm.
Did I what did I just say? What did I just say?
Don might not be there for too much longer because Juicy Smollett snitched on his ass too.
Sure did.
What is going on at CNN, guys?
I don't know.
Sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. But Juicy's trying to grab for anything. He's done after this. Like all of
Really,
this.
really, really, like he was really grabbing, especially grabbing that dude's joint and yanking it. He said that shit in court. That's
Yeah.
his
So in case you
that's
didn't
bugged out.
hear, in Jussie Smollett's testimony today, he basically said, anyway, he basically testified that he had a close relationship with Don Lemon, and that Don basically told him that the police are not believing his story. Don could have probably said, "Nobody believes your story, nigga." Like,
Yeah, yeah,
who's walking in Chicago in the like one of the coldest winters of all time in the middle of the night, the subway to go get something to eat, and you a rich ass person? Like that doesn't even
yeah,
make any sense. But anyway,
yeah.
so he
Uber Eats.
testified, right?
Yeah,
Anything. And I think it was snowing. Was it
Yes,
snowing?
yeah.
it was
It
snowing.
was
It was
snowing.
snowing.
It was
Okay. Yeah,
snowing.
it was like a blizzard, right? Kinda blizzard.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing like getting that
I
bread
don't
when it
remember.
come right out the
It's
oven
been
though.
it's been so long ago. You ain't got no food in your house anyway. So Don Lemon
Maybe got tired of eating hot
alerted
dogs.
him that the police were not believing what he was saying. He goes on to testify that what Don Lemon told him was the determining factor in him not um, uh, cooperating with the police, turning over his phone, all of that stuff. That because of what Don Lemon told him. Then Don Lemon on his end went on to report on the story itself. So people are calling for Don Lemon to go the same way as Cuomo.
And
Yeah.
I
Uh,
wouldn't give a damn. You know
God, I
what I'm
knew you were
saying?
gonna
Like
say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
who but I don't care. I
Mm,
mean, Chris
mm,
so Chris Chroma goes, okay.
mm.
All right,
Yeah,
cool. Life goes on. I know mine
y-
does. But
yeah,
yeah. If Don Lemon got whacked, next man up. You know what I'm
They
saying?
just
Next
they just
man up.
started their own network. It's fine.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, or yeah,
But
or
is that the
we'll see.
determination though?
Mm.
Is that the determined factor though?
We'll see, and we'll see who's on the bench. Okay, so,
Mm-hmm.
yo, let's get to our guest. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, today joining us in the S2T virtual studio, he's the author of the book "Own Your Kingdom." He's a motivational speaker as well as a life. Okay, let me go back again. A transformational coach. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming Jevon Wooden
Hey,
to Straight to
Javon, how
Take.
are ya?
Hey, how y'all
Jevon,
doing? How y'all doing? I
Welcome,
Welcome,
appreciate
brother.
welcome,
the
Welcome.
welcome,
appreciate it,
welcome.
Kings and Queen. I appreciate the interview, and I'm glad to be here. Great to be on your platform.
well, thank you
Welcome.
for thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape. Um, okay, live not loathe. Please, I mean, break down the science, behind not just that title, but that mantra as well.
Yeah, for sure. So live not low. The reason why I named the company that was because I myself was loathing life. Right? I know what it meant to dread waking up each day, to dread the battle that you were going through, struggling, not finding joy in life, doing things, the same mundane things, monotonous, whatever the case may be. So the live aspect is the opposite of that, right? That is actually finding the joy. And I always say, designing the life you don't need a vacation from. And how I do that with my clients is through mindset and perception shifts, usually self perception, because a lot of us, we have negative self perceptions. We feel like we don't deserve things. We have like a scarcity mindset. So, Live Not Loathe is all about transforming that and turning it into an abundant mindset so we can get that life that we deserve and desire.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, man, what led you down your current path? Okay, what, because I read I read your bio. Okay, you're a veteran.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're a veteran. Thank you for your service. But
Appreciate it.
what?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, but what? What led you? Down this path to help.
A lot, man. That's a loaded question, bro. So a lot led me down this path. I always tell people that the first sign that I was given that this was the path I was supposed to be on was when I was 17. Right, when I was 17 years old, didn't care about life, didn't know anything about anything. Right, but I got locked up and I was facing 7 years in prison. And
Mhm.
my mom and my sister, my oldest sister, came to visit me when I was locked up in county. And, I went back up to that cell, and that was the epiphany moment when I said, okay, this is it's greater than me. This is selfish what I'm doing, right? And selfish not in a good way. So I went there and I asked God, I said, yo, give me a path. Like, let me out of here. And I promised to be the servant that I was destined to be. And when I said that, 2 weeks later, I was out, right? Realized the power of God at that moment too. But then, I still had to figure out what resources I had. And later on, I went to the military. I was 22 after trying to do college and trying to do the work thing and all that stuff. It just didn't work out. I felt like it was a dead end and I didn't want to go back to where I was. So I joined the military and just seeing the world in a different light, getting out of Rochester, New York, and seeing all the beauty that the world held, and meeting people from different back aspects of life. Just becoming an NCO, leading soldiers. That was the key for me because once I started leading the soldiers and started seeing their lives change from my words and my being a role model for them, I realized that this could be done on a grander scale. 85% of people struggle with self-esteem, and we don't know, and that's in the world. You'll never know it
Mhm.
because some people exude confidence, and you're like, wow, they it's like they walk on water. They just great at everything, but they struggle with self esteem too. So I want to help everyone who may not want to be vulnerable with everyone stepping out, right? Who may need that person to come to them and be like, yo, I'm here for you, right? Because even the strongest people need someone to lean on.
Yeah, that's
I am
very true.
a true believer in traveling and seeing how other parts of the world live. There are a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
that, like you said, exude a lot of confidence, and it's okay. But you've never, and I'm talking about confidence in a bad way. Like, take people who are closed minded, or they're sexist, or they're racist, or
Right.
they're just any kind of ism
Arrogant.
or ist, right?
Yeah.
And they've never been out of their city, they've never been out of their town, their state, their country. It's impossible for you to have empathy if you, well, it's not impossible, but it's very hard. It's a lot easier to be empathetic and be thankful for what you have if you travel outside of your bubble, whatever that is, and baby steps help too.
For
I
sure.
know, I know, a friend of mine has a friend. They live in Baltimore, and this person is in the police force in Baltimore. Has never been outside the city of Baltimore
Wow.
ever. Like,
Right.
DC's right there, New York's right there. They just never felt like they needed to go anywhere except, like, in Baltimore had everything that they have, and I'm all for being proud of where you are, but there's no way you can expand your mind unless you step outside of your normal boundaries. So yeah, I
A
get it.
100%. I mean, you need that diversity. You need the diverse thinking, the diverse cultures. You need to see things from different points of view. And a lot of those people that you were referring to, who seem like arrogant, right? They're not willing, they're closed-minded, etc. It's really a defense mechanism for a lot of them, right? It's kind of like the bully in the schoolyard, right? They pick on
Mhm.
other people because maybe at home they're being picked on, they're getting beat. So you really have to take that and look at that. Like, why may they be doing that? And you have to put on your empathy goggles. Like, you got to look and see, like, okay, maybe they're doing this because they're hurt and they don't really know how to handle it. So a lot of times when that happens, I always say, the best thing you could do sometimes is ask people, like, yo, are you truly okay? Like, what's going on? Are you truly okay? And it's up to them to open up, right? Vulnerability is strength. I always say that. A lot of people are going to die that way, unfortunately. They're going to die in that situation where they don't see other things, where they're serving in arrogance really when they need help because they're not willing to be vulnerable, right? The only way to truly experience life for what it's meant to be is to open yourself up to serendipity, right? Experience things that you wouldn't normally experience, because if you stay in your little bubble, if you're not willing to step outside of your comfort zone, you're just gonna go through doing the same exact things every day, and you're not really living, right? You're just a shell, really.
You know what, man? That's what cats, especially down in the South, like to say. I'm setting my ways, or they setting their ways. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you hear that all
That's
the
all.
time.
Mhm.
That's always. I thought that that was always like a chain and ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
like you just not gonna grow no more.
Yeah,
You just
gonna
gonna
exactly.
chill
be
right
what you
here.
gonna
This
be.
this this is
Yep.
Right.
just this is it. This is it
You
right here
really
for you.
died.
You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
really just
So
died, right? If that's how
And
you
when in
look at it.
actuality, you should be evolving every 5 years. Like you should be a new person,
You should
not
be
completely
evolving every
new.
year, really.
Well, yeah, all the
Like,
time, every day, but marked progress. Like
yeah,
one say, take a look at yourself every 5 years, and you
right,
should be pivoted from where you were 5 years ago.
true that. True
right.
that.
Javon, talk about Own Your Own Kingdom, okay? Because I did say you were author too, and I've seen the book, so
Gotta have a book always,
of
right?
course, of course.
Next to you always, right? So own your kingdom. The concept of own your kingdom is talking about you as a whole, right? It's talking about your emotions. It's talking about your mindset. It's talking about physically taking care of yourself. It's talking about all of that triad, right? Everything that makes you, your spirit too. So everything that makes you, it's about making sure that you control what you can control, and making sure your responses are intelligent. You're not responding out of anger. You're not responding out of impulse, right? You have this interrupt put in place. When you have a thought or emotion, instead of just reacting, you think about it, you pause, and you respond, right? And if you need that break, you're willing to set those boundaries. So all of that is part of owning your kingdom. And the reason why I named the book that is because, again, I went through that myself, where I felt like I lost control of myself. I lost control of my faculties, right? When I first came back from my first deployment, it was exacerbated by everything that went on. So I came back drinking heavy, trying to find solitude in women, doing all these things that just are not healthy. So I had to come
Uh-oh.
back, and I had to get my own life coach, had to get my own therapist, had to do all these things. And from that, I learned these lessons on how to own my kingdom. So I wanted to share that with everyone else.
That's what's up. So listen, man. Before we get out of here, tell us what we can do to end this year strong and start 2022, with a bang.
For sure, for sure. So first thing is, forgive yourself for anything you haven't accomplished that you wanted to, that you set out to do, and forgive yourself for any past mistakes. Right? All too often we hold on to things and we make things final. It's not final. We got to stop catastrophizing things that we cannot change. Right? You got to start a year anew. Right? Start right here, right now.
Hmm.
Set goals, smart goals, right? Make sure they're specific and measurable, they're actionable, they're realistic, and they're timely. You got to make sure that when you write something down, and write them down. That's another thing. Write them
That's
down
that's
and
that's
put them.
corporate world speak. So I want you to go back because I heard what you said about the SMART
Which
goals.
part?
A lot of people don't
Yeah.
know what SMART goal is. So say that
Okay.
again
So
slowly.
I'll break it down. So
Hmm.
specific. make sure you're writing things down exactly what you need to do. So, for instance, instead of saying, I'm going to lose weight, you're going to say, I'm going to lose 30 pounds, right, within 5 months, right? And you're going to set a date from that thing to make sure, like 5 months will be, whatever it is, March or whatever it is, March 30th, let's say, for instance, right? I'm going to lose those 30 pounds by March 30th, and I'm going to have an accountability partner. This is going to be my accountability partner. You're just going to make sure you're saying everything that you need to do to accomplish that
Specific.
goal, so you can go back to that and say, okay, did I do this, right? And you're measuring it, right? Each
Yep.
month, maybe you say, okay, I lost 10 pounds here, 5 pounds here. You're making sure you're tracking those goals. And along the way, you have milestones to keep you on task, because a lot of times we write a goal and we forget that we wrote it.
Yeah.
So make sure you have those milestones, and you can put it in your phone. We have our phones with us all the time. Set reminders. This is for your milestones. Like, hey, I should be here by month 2, whatever it is. Make sure you use all the tools that you have in your toolbox to attack that goal. And then another thing is on top of the goals is, like I mentioned, an accountability partner. Have that, right? Find somebody that you can say, hey, this year I want to do this. I'm not doing New Year's resolutions. I'm doing goals and I'm going to hit them, right? I want to do this. Can you help me? What do you want to do, right? So we can do this together. We're going to
Can't
keep each other on track. Say that again.
tell me what to do.
Yeah. Hey, well, if you want to do it, somebody got to be able to tell you what to do, right? You got to be coachable, right? All the great players had a coach, right? So you got to be coachable, and you have to be willing to be vulnerable. Again, the other thing is set yourself up for success. If you have a goal, remove temptations that don't serve you. Right. So if I'm trying to, back to the weight loss analogy, if I'm trying to lose weight, why do I have junk food all in my fridge? Why do I have snacks all in the pantry? Right. You have to make things a habit. You have to change the negative habits out for positive habits. Right. Because habits, really, the biggest thing is that reward. What are you rewarding yourself with? And why are you rewarding yourself?
Cake and
That's the
bourbon.
habit. Right.
Cake and bourbon.
Right. So, hey,
Cake
and that's
and
what you can do.
bourbon.
Cake and bourbon. Wow.
Separately. Y'all know I don't drink and eat at the same
Wow.
Okay,
time, but yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
okay.
well, let's make it one of those, right? And only a small amount, right? So, and when you do that reward, make sure you did it for a reason. You not just be like, oh yeah, I worked out today, so I'm about to eat this, or I'm about to drink this bourbon. Nah, you gotta feel like you gotta actually hit one of those milestones to get it. And then another thing would be really start journaling, right? Start journaling, start really putting your thoughts on paper, start making sure that you're manifesting positive things. Speak to yourself positively, put the right people around you, be willing to reach out to mentors, reach out to people will put you in those positions, and also keep it real with yourself, right? If you know that you've been slacking because of some reason, I like David Goggins. So David Goggins, in his book Can't Hurt Me, he talked about the accountability mirror. He'll put post-it notes with notes to say, hey, you said you was losing weight, but yet you eating all this junk. Whatever it is, speak to yourself how you speak to yourself, and put it on post notes. You need reminders everywhere to make sure that you're hitting these goals.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, Jevon, what do you have coming up for 2022?
So a lot. Cake and bourbon sounds good.
That's
So
that's my bad mom in bourbon there. Hey girl, happy birthday.
I love it. It does though. But so in January, I'm doing a talk in Atlanta, the 29th and 30th, at a conference called New Year, New You. Then I have something in the summer with Les Brown and Dr. Cheryl Wood, doing a collaboration book with them, and I'll be speaking at their conference. I forgot the date off the top of my head. Doing that. Plan on writing another book, right, dealing with self-perception. So look out for that. And just really making sure I'm getting more speaking engagements, more podcasts, and helping more people. I'm just trying to magnify the message.
Ah,
Awesome.
that's dope. That is dope. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, uh, check out his website, livenotloathe.com. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, definitely check out the book Own Your Own Kingdom. We want to thank transitional trans sorry,
Lord.
transformational
Smack
coach.
this
Transformational.
nigga.
Yeah,
Smack
you
Transfer.
can
this
just say
nigga.
mindset coach. We can just say
To
mindset coach. It's
I
easy.
mean, look,
Yeah.
it has more meaning,
Yeah.
But Jevon Wooden, we thank you for coming through to Straight to Tape, sharing your story, and especially sharing what you got, what you got coming up. So we definitely thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on. It's been an honor. And make sure y'all follow me at Live Not Loathe on Instagram as well. It's an easy way to connect with me. You can shoot me a DM. I'll answer it myself. So thank you all. Pleasure. And keep ascending.
Thanks,
thanks.
brother.
Jevon Wooden, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wow. Um, yeah, good guess. And once again, good guess as always. Before we get to the rap
We
portion
don't
of the show,
always have good guests. You remember that one that time?
well,
Did that thing. The one that did that thing.
the
That
one that did
several
that
When they
times.
thing
did that thing,
several
yeah,
times, and we had
several
to,
times, couple, maybe three.
yeah, yeah, and we had to do something
At
with,
least
Yeah.
yeah,
twice.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that,
Yep.
yeah, at
Yep.
least twice, yeah, I remember him, I remember him,
589
yeah,
votes.
yeah. Wonder
Almost
how
had,
he's
almost,
doing. Hey, then
almost,
stop it.
almost had to see him outside, bro.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Did he? Did he use the N word against me? But anyway, we're not gonna go
Yeah.
back into the past. We're
Didn't he
not
talk
gonna go
about me
back
and
to the
my kids
past.
on his show?
Yeah,
Didn't he
and
talk
y'all
about
wouldn't
Yeah,
me?
he
let me
did.
get at him. Y'all wouldn't let
I
me
think
get
he was
at him.
infatuated with me. I think he was
Yeah,
infatuated with me for real.
I don't want to relive that because y'all would not let me get at him. I was
I
Nope.
trying to
mean,
defend
dude,
Key's
we had a
honor.
Nope.
show. We had a show to do, and you was getting put in Facebook jail over this dude. Like, nah,
Man, I got
it
put in
ain't worth
Facebook
it.
jail once, and I don't know, man. Yeah, we going down a huge rabbit hole, and a lot of our people are like, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's why we
Yeah.
need to move
Yeah.
on because we ain't about to call no names and nothing like that. So let's
Exactly.
jump right
Yeah.
out the
Yeah.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
If
Let's
you know,
let's
you know.
jump. Exactly. Beautifully and well said, Key. Yo, Tico.
Yes.
Do you have anything weird for us today?
I surely do, my brothers and my
That
sister.
that works. So, ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you Tico's Theater of the
Weird. What the hell? Weird. The voices. Weird. The voices.
Ladies and gentlemen,
How this nigga get his own theme music? Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Tico.
hold on. I got to get back on the beat. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we go about the theater of the weird, this to me, how can I say this is bubbly,
bubbly weird.
bubbly weird.
Interesting.
Woman flying from New York City to Atlanta, the A. She got kicked off of a flight for breast. I mean, you would say, that's kind of normal now. People just breastfeeding is a normal thing, to pull a titty out and to feed a child. But unfortunately,
That's really not how you should refer to that. But continue.
but you know, but she wasn't feeding the child. She was feeding her hairless cat.
What?
Yes, she was feeding her hairless cat
I saw this.
on the flight. Um, the stewardess told her, said, you got to put that back. You got to put that cat back in the cage. So she used her legs and continued to leave her breast out. Um, so the cat continued to suckle off of the woman, which begs to answer my question that, hey, I guess our milk could be drunk by other species because we too drink other species' milk. Now that you might say might be kind of utterly ridiculous. It is what it is.
Utterly.
Um,
Utterly.
Happy
so all I got to say to the lady cat,
Uh-oh.
that's the cat's meow, and talk about catnip. I mean, shit. It is what it is. Bring 'em out. Bring 'em out. Hard to yell. Meow. In your mouth.
God.
Anyway, let's roll, player.
Hard to yell when the cat's in your mouth. Okay. Okay.
Oh God. Oh God.
See,
I
somebody's
normally
getting kicked off of this broadcast
normally
tonight.
don't yell when cats in your mouth. But
I'm gonna. You getting out of here? You wanna get
huh?
out? You wanna go?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just
I mean, he didn't go
serious.
there. I had my finger poised. And
Then you
there
started
you go.
aiming for me. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Uh, yo, Key.
Hey,
Hey, do us a huge favor and please um, drop a verse on the people.
bring it on home. So I'm gonna go back to our guests when he spoke about SMART goals. It's corporate speak. If you're in the corporate world, you hear SMART goals, SMART goals, SMART goals because they want you to set goals, attain them, so the company makes more money. Blah 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 blah. However, you can transform those to use them in your personal life. And a SMART goal is an acronym for a goal that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time based. So just like our guest talked about, if you lose weight, then you need to be specific about how much weight you want to lose, how you want to lose it, by when. You need to be able to measure your different stages of that goal. It needs to be attainable. So you can't say, I want to lose 400 pounds in January. That's not attainable.
Unless you
It needs to
smoke
be-
crack.
It needs to, it
There you
needs to
go.
be it needs to be relevant to your life, of course. Why would you have a goal that's not relevant to your life? And it needs to be time based. So you need to set yourself on a schedule of when you want to attain these certain milestones that move you along to reach your goal. So SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time based. Let's get 2022 cracking, yo.
Let go.
Let's go. Key, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for that beautiful verse. Thank you for
You're
that
welcome.
beautiful verse. Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, another great show, Straight to Tape. Remember, you can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Audio version of Straight to Tape is available on your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you're hitting us up at our social media platforms, IG, Facebook, Twitter, Straight to Tape. And of course, hit us up at our YouTube channel, S2T Media. Yo, Rob,
Yes, sir.
you know what time it is, right?
What
You know what
time is it?
right? It's time for dude. It's time for you. It's time for you to show a little bit of.
Oh boy.
This dude be going off and doing stuff that we don't even really know about.
That's what you know what? Ooh, the production meeting after this motherfucker, boy. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, I was just playing. Yo, I'm just serious. Yo, what's up, everybody in the comment section, man?
Nah, I'm just serious. It's fun.
I'm just serious. What's up, everybody in the comment section, man? I gotta show love to the homie Daniel for checking in and being active in the comment section. Nisi, thank you for sharing the stream as well and commenting. Also, my homie Champ and the Record Store podcast. Joe Biggs, what's up, homie? Thank you for sharing the stream as well. Lynn, what's up, baby? Candy, thank you for checking in. And Devin, it's your birthday, baby? It's your birthday? Is that what it is? Happy
It's your
birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday in order.
Bad Moms Contest. You.
All right. Happy born day, Devin. Hey, thank everybody again, man, for hanging out with your favorite podcast, man, and checking in with your crew, and keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and shit. Sharing them streams, man, and dropping them hearts on the broadcast. You feel me?
Get them
Love you.
numbers up.
That's
Yes.
it, my nigga.
Yes. That's it. That's it. You done?
He was
You
busy
done?
playing music.
Oh man. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Another fun episode of Straight to Tape. So look, make sure you are catching us next week. Are we sure what we're going to do next week? We don't know, but we'll let you know. Trust us on that, okay? So, 4. You know what? I'm going to go old school today for the comedian, professional joke slinger, Tigo de Gallo.
In my thoughts, I was thinking that if aliens come to this world in the near future and they start digging up our bones in civilization, that they would find out that all we have is penis problems and watch a lot of porn.
Sometimes I just nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall.
You know,
Uh-oh.
it would only be fair to me to go to the social media assassin, Rob the Actual.
Thank you.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.
And of course, the quintessential hip hop mom, the first lady of S2T, Keisha with a Y.
Y'all keep your head up. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, don't be on the internet talking about why you don't celebrate Christmas, because I don't give a fuck.
I'm going to say because nobody gives a fuck.
No, nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. And of course, it's your man C. Perry II. As always, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your week. Let's be active, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.